Truth tables continued. Hopefully I've linked a previous truth tables video to this video, and if I have, feel free to watch it and come back to this one. But on that video, I noted that this arrow is an if-then statement, so this is a if P then Q, and it's true in every case except when P is a true statement and Q is a false statement. But the better way to think of it is it's false only if it's true then false. And then the double arrow is an if and only if statement, and it's true only if both are true or both are false. So this is what you want to look at, remember. Once again, I also mentioned that if you have two statements, then this is the setup for your first two columns always. True, 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 false, false, true, false, false. So with that information in mind, let's do some examples. So we're going to do if Q then P. So when you look at this, you're actually going to look from Q to P. And also take note that the if then statement is false only if true then false. So since this is true to true, that's a true statement. Since that's false to true, that's a true statement. But notice here, this goes from true to false. Remember to go in this direction. True, right to left. True to false. And that's the only time where an if-then statement is false. And false to false is true. So make note. This means go from Q to P. So when we go from Q to P, true to false, that's the only time that if-then is false. And that's the only time we have our if there. And everything else is going to be true. Now, on this example, I can't go straight from P to if and only if Q because I have a squiggly P. So what I'm going to do first is find the truth values for squiggly P. Now, if P is true, true, false, false, that squiggly means the opposite or the not. So instead of true, true, false, false, it's going to be false, false, true, true. So now I can do my squiggly P with the two-sided arrow Q. So it's not P if and only if Q. And recall that this is true if both truth values are the same, either both true or both false. So what I'm looking at this column. Let's call it 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to look at column 3 with column 2, or 2, 3. So these two right here are what we're looking at to find this fourth column, the answer column. So if they're opposites, it's false. These are the same, so it's a true. These are the same, so that's a true. And these are opposites, false. Once again, when you're doing the if and only if, this is if and only if is true if they're both true or both false. So false, false is a true statement. True, true is also a true statement. Otherwise, it's false. And that's it.